I'll go through my preseason predictions real quick for you. And what I was saying was Oklahoma 8-4. And I still stand by that. I think that's my prediction for Oklahoma. I am hopeful for 9-3 or better, but my prediction is 8-4 for Oklahoma. Based on this past weekend, that really doesn't change, although the teams that I think could beat Oklahoma have changed. I'm not so sure about Alabama anymore. I'm taking that off of the list. So the four that I think Oklahoma really needs to focus in on now, I'm still going to put Texas up there. It's a rivalry game. Texas is still a good team. Okay, guys, I don't care. They played at Ohio State. So Texas is one that could beat Oklahoma. That could be one of the losses on the season. I'm not saying Oklahoma's going to lose. I think Oklahoma could win any one of the games this upcoming season. The next one, I think Tennessee is tougher than what I thought that they would be. Now, again, they went against Syracuse. Maybe Syracuse is no good. I don't think that's the case. I think Syracuse and what Fran Brown is building up there, I think they are a pretty decent team, and Tennessee really looks good. Joey Aguilar shocked me in that game. Another quarterback that I think looked really good. Third, South Carolina, that was on my list preseason. And then fourth, LSU, also on my list. Those are the four that I'm going to predict could, if there's four losses, those are the four that I would predict to be the losses for Oklahoma. Now, I think Oklahoma has a good chance against Tennessee. I think Oklahoma can beat Tennessee. I think Oklahoma has a very good chance against Texas, and I think they can beat Texas. The two that I'm a little more concerned about, because Lenore Sellers is a dude, South Carolina, LSU. Those are the two I'm still very concerned about. So if Oklahoma can perform well and get past this matchup here this weekend against Michigan, who also could be one of the teams that beats Oklahoma right now. Last I saw, 5.5-point favorites for Oklahoma. I like to see that. But if Oklahoma can get past Michigan, I think there's a very good chance at 10-2. And I'm feeling really good at that possibility. 9-3 is absolutely on the table. 8-4 would be a disappointment if you're able to perform really well against Michigan, because I really think Michigan's back. I think Michigan's good. So going back to my preseason predictions, I'm still going to stick to my prediction based on how Oklahoma did. I still see 8-4 in the cards for me. And again, that's more me just keeping myself from getting my hopes up. That, if I'm being totally honest with you, that's more what that is. But I also think that's a realistic and reasonable expectation to put on Oklahoma, 8-4. But I'm hopeful, and I really think if they can beat Michigan well and perform well this weekend, I'm starting to buy into the stock. I'm starting to get a little bit more of that hopium, and maybe a 9-3, 10-2 is on the table there for the Oklahoma Sooners. But anyways, I do think that this season there's a lot ahead of Oklahoma right now, and I just didn't see enough to really up my predictions from what my season predictions were preseason. But going into this Michigan matchup, I do think it's going to be tougher than what I thought, because I really didn't have a whole lot of faith in Bryce Underwood performing to the standard that people thought he would. Didn't think it was going to happen. I also think that their run game it looked very effective, specifically with Justice Haynes. That was one concern. And Oklahoma's run defense was a little concerning.